Yo, yo, yo. Finally finished work. End of the night. So, awesome. I hope everybody's day was good. So, just getting home. Just got off the phone with my homie, my homegirl. Just talked about a situation that just happened. It wasn't even a situation, but, so, I had to finish out the night with, taking home these high school girls from their, advocacy program. And, one of the young ladies, the president, she was a little, she was a bit, I don't want to, frustrated, I should say. Yeah, I was gonna say upset, but I'm like, nah, she wasn't upset. She was frustrated with a few of the members of her group. With her being the president, she is she's obviously overseeing these young girls, these young women, and these kids, they go out into the communities, they speak to the youth, they speak for the youth. They're the representation of the youth. They go out and speak to these politicians. They're the ones that's out here um, with the information, trying to provide it to these communities, saying, look, this is what's going on. Look, this is what these guys are doing. These guys are, when the second they want to talk about budget cuts and things like that, who is the first people they're taking it from? They're taking it from our kids. They're taking it from our schools. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem here. These politicians are not your friends. This all business to them. So these kids are the ones that's out here going out here and advocating for these schools and trying to get these schools to keep these schools from shutting down and stuff like that. And I'm talking to her, and all I can feel is like this sense of pride, because I used to do that too, and I used to be part of a program back when I was in high school. And schools was getting shut down. We was going to these schools trying to protest and trying to keep them from closing these schools down and stuff like that. And here we are 10 years later, and it's the same old, same old. So I'm talking to this young lady. Excuse me. She's venting about her frustrations and stuff like that. The situation happened in the van where I was dropping these ladies off, and these young ladies off, and they didn't speak up and let me know, who's closest. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I was asking, like, all right, who's next on the list? Who's next to be dropped off? Because obviously I have my manifest to show who's going to go where. But, I don't want to go somewhere, where there's, one of the ladies didn't come today. So, obviously I don't want to waste any time. But let me not get into the semantics. Either way, basically what happened was, she got a little upset, and basically said to the girls, like, y'all are not speaking up, y'all not speaking up. So one of the girls spoke up, but then, got a little testy with her, and they didn't go back and forth, so to speak, but they had a couple words, and that's it. So, and then I ended up dropping everybody off. Now I'm speaking with the president, and she was explaining how they do this all the time. They make excuses, they don't speak up, they want change, but they're not willing to put forth the action for change. And I gave this young lady a little dose of the real world, because I understand that this young lady, she probably already has it, but just as a reminder. And I had to tell her, like, look, when I was in a program years ago, it's the same thing. Unfortunately, some people are not there to advocate. You have to have a passion for what it is you're advocating for. You have to have a passion to go out there and to talk to people about concerns and issues that is going on in the communities. You all are getting paid. And from what I remember as a high schooler, it's pretty decent money. And, unfortunately, sometimes some people are there just for the paycheck. It's just that simple. And I had to explain that to her, and I gave her the business. I just said, but here's the thing, you're talking how these girls are, they're all talk and no action, and no, they're not they're not putting actions behind their words. Well, now let's flip the script on you, young lady. What about you? Here you are in the van, letting out your frustrations with your driver. And I'm, as a driver and as somebody that's critically thinking, all I can say to you is, well, what have you done to push these young ladies? Or what have you done to replace them? Because like I said, unfortunately, sometimes people are not there for noble reasons. People are there for monetary gain. That's just life. I'm sure there's not a lot of people that work at McDonald's for the passion of it. But no, but ooh, that was a lot of lightning there. Make sure my behind don't get struck. Anyway, but I was explaining to her that, like, yes, you have to, as the president, you as the facilitator of this thing, I understand that you don't want to necessarily make this seem like it's a dictatorship where it's either your way or the highway, and these girls just need to listen. And if you don't, whatever, and da 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 da. I'm not saying that's not how you run it. But a good leader does not care whether or not she's liked or he's liked or not. What he cares about is making sure the team is getting the job done. Is making sure the team is working together. A leader is not barking orders. You know what I'm saying? A leader is facilitating things. A leader is granting people the floor to speak. A leader is the one and I had to explain all of this to her, and I said, you need to understand that you took on a responsibility, whether you knew it or not. You took on that responsibility of leadership, a facilitator, and because you've done that, it's up to you to get these girls' minds right and to move in a particular direction. So if this particular day y'all supposed to be going out into the communities talking to people, then you need to know which girls are the good ones, the good enough the ones to go out there and talk. You need to know which girls is good enough to get posters and go put them up. You need to know which girls will be good to go speak with these politicians or will make it to this appointment with this person over here. You have to know all of that. And that's life. I said, here's the thing. Followers don't want that responsibility. Followers are the ones that want to follow directions, that want to give ideas and then keep it moving and stuff like that. When it comes to this type of situation, as the leader, you don't have that luxury. As the leader, you are supposed to be facilitating these girls. And as the leader, you're supposed to be the ones that's keeping them in check. So if these are the type of girls that are playing on their phone every 2 seconds, that are worrying about Instagram, that are worrying about if Brian or whoever is crushing on whoever at a time like this when y'all supposed to be working and y'all supposed to be, looking towards new ways as to bringing awareness to what's going on in the community, then it's time for you to start thinking like, hey, maybe you don't belong here. Maybe you need to go work at Foot Locker. No shot to anybody that works at Foot Locker. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is it's a completely different ball field. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you need to go work somewhere else because here we have a passion for this. Here we're trying to bring awareness and we're trying to get things done. So if you're too worried about Facebook and about Instagram, then maybe you need to go find something else. And she stated that, they took their phones and they threatened to dock pay and all that type of stuff. And then I asked her, well, as the leader, have you followed through with those promises? And if you haven't followed through, then you will not have the respect of the group. You understand me? Because they'll think you just full of hot air. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get upset and you're going to cuss them off and all this type of stuff. And you need to understand that doesn't make you an effective leader either. See, this frustration that you're showing me, you need to make sure that when you're in front of your crew, your group, you don't show that frustration. You stay cool, you stay calm, you stay collected, and you know how to work through all the issues. But you got to get it in your head that you're not going to be the most liked person. When you're an effective leader, you're not the most liked person. You're not. You're not. Because you're going to keep people on their toes. They're going to respect you. May not like you, but they're going to respect you. And you need to keep them on their toes. And you need to make sure that they know what they're getting into. And they need to make sure that they're doing their job correctly. And I know that it's a hard thing to do when you're a high schooler and you're among your peers. I get it. You want to fit in, or you want to just, you want to make sure everybody's having a good time, whatever. But this is serious. And if you want to be taken seriously, you have to have that quality within you already, because that quality follows you through life. And that led me to, after I finished talking to her, she dug it. And I dropped her off home and I told her, don't worry about it. The day is over. You're a senior. You got other stuff on your mind. It's all good. Just take it a step at a time. Tomorrow, see how things go, and see what you can do to change things. Because you can't. You'll be a part of the problem as well, because you're doing the same thing they're doing, talking, and not having your actions follow. You understand? She dug it and she went home. So as I was driving, I'm just talking to my friend, and we just sitting there, just shaking both of us shaking our heads, just like, yo, it's the same thing, yo. Same issues, man. Revolving door, man. Same thing, yo. And it just trips me out, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, I'm so shocked. But it's just, I had my god kids the other day. And, I talk to, kids every now and again. But it's been a while since I've spoken with any, like, advocacy, kids and, young adults in advocacy groups and stuff like that. I'm not going to lie. I do my charity thing and all that type of stuff. But it's been a while since I actually sat down with the youth, high schoolers and stuff like that, and spoke with them about the things that's affecting the schools and the communities and stuff. I mean, I could read and see, but still though, just to hear it from the horse's mouth, um it just tripped me out, man. And it's just like, and then I just started to think about other things, man. I'm just like, yo, man, we all got to do better, man, at teaching these kids, man. All of us. And I throw myself in that equation too, man. Whatever little gems you picked up in life, yo, talk to these kids, man. Talk to your nieces and your nephews. That's 13, 14. That's all of this type stuff. Talk to, or even younger, whatever. Talk to your god kids. Talk to your kids. Start teaching them these qualities, man. I ain't no parent, and I'm not one here to sit here and tell nobody how to raise their children or nothing like that. I don't know. I don't have kids. All I'm saying is the qualities that you've learned in life, man. Wouldn't it be good if they learned a couple of those qualities when they're at a young age, just to have an idea on what it is? You know what I'm saying? Teach them that life is not fair. Teach them that, to be a leader, you need to have these qualities. If you're going to be a father, because not everybody is meant to be a leader. That's the other thing. Not everybody is meant to be a leader. I know some of y'all really want to sit there and believe your kid is, you're the one that, no, sometimes your kid's going to be the one that's assisting. And there's nothing wrong with that. Then you teach them how to be the best assister. you know? I don't know, man. There's not a lot I know in life. I swear, yo. It's not a lot I know, but I just really think we all need to, I don't know, try to do better, man, and try to really look out for our youth, man, and listen to them and instill qualities in them that we want them to grow into as young adults and stuff like that. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm not saying like my peoples didn't teach me nothing. No, my moms and my pops taught me plenty, you know. But I'm definitely, certain things I've been through, I'm definitely gonna talk to my god kids when they get older, and try to steer them away from, you know. Can only do but so much. And when I, and God willing, when I do have children, you know, make sure I'm always there and make myself always available to let them know what's going on around them, and to just keep up with what's going on in these communities and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna do, let's get it done and try. But it was refreshing to speak to the youth, like to actually talk to them. So I think we all should do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to these kids and see what's going on in their communities, see what's going on with them. You know, because these politicians don't care. That's just straight up and down. It's us that gotta care. Yeah. All right, man. Enjoy this rain a little bit more. So peaceful out here. Movie night, so I'm chilling. I wanted to ride, but that ain't happening. So just chill, watch some movies and stuff. So hope everybody's home safe. If y'all out working still, if y'all out on tools still, be careful. Please, please, please be careful. Love all my brothers and sisters on tools. Be easy. And God bless. Most def. All right.